Hi everyone! Happy Monday! I know, it's kind of weird. We, normally we do Wednesdays, but this week is nutty. So Monday it is. This is actually my one channel related day. So this is all you get this week, folks. So I have my live stream, which we're doing right now, and then I also have Doors of Dunera tonight over at Scraticus Academy on Twitch, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to check that out, please feel free to come and visit us. But this is something that I started doing my patrons. Once a month, they get to pick a mini out of a grouping of minis I send a picture of. And they decided through their vote that it is going to be this Mind Flayer, which will be fun, that I am to paint up for the month of June. So I'm going to get this guy taken care of today. And then I know we talked about doing the Hill Giant when I got back. So he's one who's slotted for July. But the patrons do get another round of votes starting in July to see what else they want painted. A lot of great people in chat. Had a chance to type hello to some of you beforehand. Nicholas, you just jumped in. Good morning to you and welcome. So I thought I'd have some fun, do something a little different with this fellow. So I'm going to do the same shadowing technique that you saw me do recently with most of the minis I've been doing lately. But then I thought it'd be kind of fun to do some washes over him instead of doing the paints. So we'll see how it works out. I'm totally experimenting today, but I thought it would be a fun way to get it. Let me just adjust the camera slightly. Be a fun way to get this nice creepy look. And I actually found an awesome picture. So let me show you the picture. This I got off the Eberron Fandom, I believe was the name of the website. So I thought this was a really cool interpretation of this dude. So I definitely want to do like sort of like the green, dark greenish robe. I'm going to bring in some copper metals. The skin tone, I kind of was intrigued by the fact that normally you see them fully purple, but this has sort of that teal blue come into play. So I'm going to play around with that and see what I can do. So this is my point of reference picture. I definitely advocate doing that, especially if you're just starting to paint minis. It always helps to have a picture to kind of look back on as a quick reference and go back and forth and go from there. So I have ideas floating in here. We'll see if those ideas pan out. We never know. This will be an adventure. And let's see. Oh, hello, Brian, and hello, Eleftheria. If I am pronouncing your name wrong, please let me know, my dear. And so, yeah, I'm going to first start doing my shadow technique. So if you're new here, this is where I first prime the mini all in black. I paint it black. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I always have to go there. And then what I do is a graduation of different gray tones. So I'm going to have him started with Somber Gray. So I'm going to take Somber Gray, and I'm going to basically, it's just a dry brushing technique where I take this color and I start raising it up. And don't you dare, don't, Hemingway. The cat is eyeing the table to jump up. Don't you dare, you stay there. He's been very clean lately. I think he sees all the suitcases coming out, which, oh my God. Let's talk about that fun, because I leave for the castle on Saturday. Ah! It's like reality sitting. It's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving soon. Okay, so, hey, regulars, how about for Nicholas? Would someone like to give him the speech about the contrast paints for me? It's one of those things where it's just like, I've said this many times. But so yeah, I'm leaving for the castle on Saturday. I have a ridiculous amount of bags because two of them are terrain and miniature paint related. So I'm going to take my flat brush, the bigger guy, and use this for getting the somber gray onto him. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the paint and then blot it off here on my paper towel. But I'm going to keep these to the side because they have the white in them. So starting with the somber gray, I'm going to start bringing out these details because he has really cool details in his robes and such. The one thing I did have to do ahead of time was there were a lot of mold lines that needed to be cleaned up. And normally when it's this detailed, I kind of see if I can get away with just maybe buffing them off with a file, but these I had to break out my Citadel mold remover. I don't know if it's a matter of the primer that WizKids has on their minis sort of building up on itself, but forewarning, you may have to look for some mold lines. I hopefully got them all. It's one of those things I was sitting in direct sunlight just to see what would possibly happen. But now you can see the details are coming out. Hooray! So I'm going to start with this guy and just zip it all around him. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun to kind of take this and bring out as much detail as I can doing this method. And then just putting the washes over and seeing if it still gives me a nice creepy look. Because this is something that, you know, I've seen other people sort of do a similar thing. But I've never really tried it before. And I thought for this guy, that might be the way to go. Because I also want to see time-wise how it takes it. Rogue the cat. Oh, yeah, the cat. And let's see. Yes, Nicholas, this is actually a fun set. You get two of these guys. I pulled this one because even though I showed the patrons the set, I pulled this one because I kind of like the whole... Well, I'm a sucker for fabric. So I like the whole folds and looks of his clothing and his armor. So I was like, you know what? You're it. Tag. You're it, Mr. Illithid. Mr. Mind Flayer. But yeah, I'm going to have fun playing around. This is also going to be one of those minis where it's going to be a mix of different types of paints. So I did just pull out a Vallejo paint from the Game Color line. I do have some craft paints I'm going to put on here as well. So I don't discriminate. I use what I have and love. And I have a lot of paints that I love. So why not give them all a chance, right? Now when Somber Gray starts to dry, it definitely darkens a little bit. Which is why I like to start with this one. And then add to it. So I'm almost done getting him that first round of the Somber Gray, and then I'm going to jump up to a lighter gray. Okay, so here we go. So you can see he's got lots of cool details. But I need that to dry for just a hot minute, and I'll show you the other mini that comes with the set, because it is a nice set. Oh, good! That's awesome that she got the prize package, Brent. Congratulations. Again. So, Brent was our winner of the May Guild Build Challenge. He made that really cool corrugated cardboard pipe organ. So as he's drawing, shift. This is his kin. This is the other mini that came with it. And again, it's a really cool mini. It also has the details going on, which let me shade so you can see a little bit better. The white's always so hard to show through. But I like the fact the other guy has the wand so I can play around with the magic a little bit. So this is the other one that comes with the set. I do recommend the set. It's pretty cool. Thumbs up. Now that I've said that, I'm going to go back to going back in with the brush again, but this time I am raising it up to Stonewall Gray. And again, yes, this is the Vallejo grouping that I am using, but there are craft paints in the wings as well as Citadel washes. I will be using my washes because I love my Citadel washes. I do have some Army Painter ones. Those I tend to use when I want something to be really muted or on furniture-based miniatures. I find those really help, especially if I want like a really old sort of pub dingy table look. I'll use my Army Painter washes instead of my Citadel washes, but I'm definitely a Citadel wash girl for sure. Da, 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 da. All paints are good paints. Exactly, Martin. That's my motto. Especially when people are just starting out, please don't feel like you have to buy the most expensive things on the face of this earth. You can start with small things, and that way you'll see if you even like mini painting. That's another thing. What else? Oh, so yeah, the castle stuff. I leave Saturday evening. I'll get in there Sunday. And there's just some really cool things planned, and people are getting excited, and it's good to see. And what I want to take advantage of, because this is a perk I didn't even realize was going to happen. I'm just working with the Stonewall Gray right now. What I didn't even realize was happening, now that the channel hit over 10,000 subscribers, I can do stories. So I'm really excited for this, because what I think I'm going to try and do, of course, I'm speaking not having gone to the castle yet and experiencing what the schedule is going to be like. But what I think I'm going to try and do is sort of do a daily story and just sort of pop something up onto the channel story section so you guys can hear about what is going on at the castle. I thought that could be a really cool way of, you know, still keeping some content going, but also I don't have to sit with my editing tools. So I thought that could be a fun thing. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to try and do a test run later on it and see if I like how it loads and works and everything like that. I want to get that figured out. All right, so this one I'm going in a little bit lighter. And again, he's got these fun folds, and then, you know, the tentacles. And the hand. God, these creepy, creepy hands. They're out to get you. Let me see here. Da, 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 da. All right, Martin, thank you for weighing in on the contrast paints. I appreciate that. I actually have a post up in my Facebook group asking if anyone has gotten the paints, just to see what everyone's feedback is. It's varied. Like any paint, it's definitely a varied reaction, which I kind of had a sense would be the case in that respect. All right, so keep going around here. And I always spin it around a little bit more just to see if I can get more detail brought out before I start putting anything over them. And then I'm going to do one more loop around of actually a very light gray, and this one's going to be like the very light-handed, so far and so forth. Acahelian green is so pretty. Oh, that's good to know, Martin. Thank you. Dingy pub washes. Let's see what Arthur has to say here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Reaper ones are also more matte. But I have my Mod Podge Ultra Matte. That is my go-to mattifier. It really does a good job. I'm letting him dry a little bit, so dry this one out. But yes, so this is back to, what was I talking about? The stories. So the stories, I thought it'd be fun where maybe in the morning I might just do sort of pick a different room in the castle and update everyone as to what happened, how the games are going, what people are doing, everything like that. This is my hand drawing the mini, by the way. And then obviously I'll still be active over on Twitter and Facebook and just posting pictures. Get ready for a lot of pictures. I have a feeling that's going to be something definitely happening on my end. And for the channel activity, because of the fact that I'll get back beginning of June, then leave at the end of June, not June, end of June is when I leave. I'll be getting back the beginning of July, and then at the end of July, I'm leaving for Gen Con. So I will be at Gen Con. That's not an appearance-based con. That's actually one I'm going for my own pure enjoyment. So that will be thumbs up fun. And then I've been asked to do a panel, maybe a couple, we'll see. That's still kind of being figured out, at Keystone Comic-Con, which is in Philadelphia at the very end of August. So because these things have cropped up, definitely just sticking to doing the lunch break live stream, which is this. Hopefully every Wednesday. I might have to shift here and there with the kids' schedules because, you know, summer camp, all that fun stuff. So that's the plan for the channel. I'll probably be doing some stories here and there. If I have time to do a craft tutorial, I will do one. I just won't be able to say, yes, it's happening every other week because summer is definitely getting chaotic. Chaotic good, but still chaotic. Snake bite. Oh, we're talking more about the contrast paint. So Omegon. Am I saying that right? is snakebite leather is amazing. I did hear about that one. Yes, I heard that that leather one got some good reactions. That's the word I want. So that's really cool to hear. All right. So we have a couple that are getting thumbs up. For those of you curious, it's definitely happening in the chat. I'm going to Caverswell Castle, Stoke-on-Trent, near Manchester. Get to be there for the whole week, which is just insane. It's the Nerdarchy guys and Lisa and myself, and it's just going to be insane. It's going to be insanely fun. Yes, I agree, Arthur. It's good to hear that some people are having some good reactions and sharing their thoughts on it too, because that, you know, it helps the community. And yeah, like I said, if you haven't found the Facebook group yet, if you are a Facebook person, come and find me. I actually removed the group from the whole secret status because of that stupid, oh, there's a thing happening on Facebook with groups. I'm like, let me just put it into secret, protect it. Seems like that's calmed down. Oh, okay, it's you, Mike. Now we know. So now that calmed down, I went back to closed groups. So you can find the Crafting Muse group on Facebook. I do have a post about those contrast paints. I do have a Discord too. I have a general Discord for people who just want to join, and my patrons have some extra goodies in there too, which, you know, Jan can vouch for very much so. Like things like doing this voting thing. I'll put the link in that for my patrons, and they go from there. So right now I am using this. I didn't even tell you the color because I was such a chatterbox. I'm using Ghost Gray. Huh? I'm using Ghost Gray to kind of be that final level of playing up the shadows and the highlights together before I start putting washes on. And what I'm going to do is throw my brush in my face because, hey, why not? Hi, Hemi. I don't know if you heard the meow, but that's Hemingway. So I'm really using this just to pick up, there we go, pick up the edges of the material to really pop them up, which is my goal. I don't want to do pure white because then that just gets almost overwhelming. So the Ghost Gray is a nice compromise I've found, which is why that'll be my go-to top layer. Unless you're working with pastels, then you can do another round with white or things like, yeah, well, like the lighter colors like pastels and things like that. That's where it does help to have a little bit more of a white underbase going on. Let's see here. The white, oh, there's a white contrast too. Interesting. Now, isn't this where you also have the different layers to put, well, not layers, but like if you use a different paint underneath, it affects the way the contrast paint dries, from what I was reading. Isn't that correct? If you've done this, please weigh in, because, you know, I have not experienced these paints before. I can't vouch for them. I can only have my lovely people in the chat help out. Which, again, appreciate it very much so. Okay, almost there. I'm still playing around. Well, you know, it's fabric. I'm still wanting to get a few more of these really accentuated, like his armor. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually pulling the paint back a little bit so it helps bring out the edges, which, there we go. If I can get it into the right focus zone, you can see. So again, just pulling this ghost white very lightly around certain spots now. And he's got those great eyes. I think I might shift the camera a little bit more, just for a little bit better focus here. Now, yes, I have to turn him upside down so I can get under the hand. And then here we go with the top of the hand, still with the ghost white. A little will go a very long way, because again, I'm being very, very, very delicate on this. There we go. You know, spin them around, hit those high points. And that's how I do it. Now, I believe this is a sleeve. I've been trying to figure that out. I think that's a sleeve going on there. Hello from Brazil, from Caroburg. I butchered that. I fully admit I just butchered that name. Forgive me. I really do try my best. There we go. Gets the arm. Still want to bring out more here. Because he's got this armor on where I just really want to play up. That's a little bit better. Move the camera down a little bit. Doink. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, so this is bringing out details. Oh, I still have to get this part. 2 base coats, Grey Seer and Wraithbone. Oh, interesting. Hey, I like that. So they're playing with the warms and the cools. That's awesome. That really I like to hear. So neat. I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with them. Hello, John. How are you? Long time no see in the chat, dude. Mr. Famous Drummer Man. Everyone say hi to John, aka Dungeons and Glue Sticks. He's here. Say hello. All right, this one I'm actually going to go a little bit more ham on the magic. Because of the color I'm going to make the magic, I do want it slightly lighter. Well, that's very sweet of you. Thank you for popping in. Hello. And again, going in with the... Let me move this. That's not fun. I'm going to go back in with more of this ghost. Ghosty gray. Yeah. I really want to get this slightly lighter than the darkness of the Illithid, the Mind Flayer. Now, I've never used these as a DM. I have encountered a couple of them, which John can attest for the one. Remember in playing with Bill's game that we had that Illithid who wanted Morgan Knight's blood so he could travel the different planes because she was an Earth Genasi. That was one of those things I'm like, oh my gosh, we are not at the right level to fight one of these guys. But it turned out it was more of a twist, which I thought was very clever on Bill's part. And they kind of have the same thing in a couple other modules I've encountered. I don't want to do spoilers. But it's cropped up again where it's sort of like, yes, you encounter them, but you don't necessarily have to go into battle. Oh, wonderful. Yes, John is a very busy man. Let me just get his face a little bit more. I want to dink, dink, dink. I don't know why I made that sound effect, but hey. I'm working on his skull. I say his skull because he's got that creepy face going on, but the tentacles, of course. Okay, so here we have... Let me fix something here. For some reason... Hold on while I adjust camera. I'm not happy with how this camera is looking right now because it's not focusing like I want it to. So we're going to fix it. Theoretically, it just means moving some windows around. All right, let's flip back a little bit. Oh no, that means worse. So we're going to move it forward a little bit. Forgive me, I'm also starting to get my character Nadi going in my... That's better. I'm getting Nadi going back in my head, and she has this Eastern European accent, and I have a tendency on Mondays to speak like Nadi. And she's so much fun to play. Oh, I like that so much better. Okay, now you can see how the layering has built up on itself. So we started with the Somber Gray, then we went to Stonewall Gray, and then I finished up with Ghosty Gray. Now I'm going to start, well, I wanted to dry just a touch longer. Now I'm going to start working with playing with washes over him, just to kind of see if we can get this going. Say hi to my mother, Liz. Aw, hello, Liz. Thank you for joining and watching together. That is very sweet. I like it. Yeah, that was a fantastic game. That was... Wow, God, why am I blanking on the name of that one? Something of Saloon. Or Salune. That was the problem. We didn't know how to pronounce the goddess's name. We're all saying it differently. But no, it was a really great cast. We had John, we had myself, we had Jake from Mini Terrain Domain, and we also had Jim Kelly, the tabletop terrain engineer. It was just such a great group, and Wylock was DM. I loved playing it. And it's actually a video on demand on Wylock's channel if you want to go check that one out, which I recommend. Okay, so I'm going to go back to I'm going to go back to closing an extra window because it's blocking my buttons. So I'm going to go back to the reference picture. Hello, Waster Warboss. This is the reference picture again. Seekers of Saloon. Thank you. Thank you, John, because I'm like, it was something alliterative. All right, so I'm going back here, and like I said, I kind of want to give him like this dingy green type of robe. I'm going to play around with the skin tone. It's going to be a little bit of wash. It's going to be a little bit of paint. So I'm going to first start with his robes. And for that wash, I'm going to... Where's my stand? There it is. These are important. Don't forget these. So what I'm going to do is jump into using Anthonian Camoshade to start building up this, you know, dingy dark green. And go from there. If it'll open without splattering. Ah, there we go. Ta-da! And then I'm just going to get a basic brush. I'm not going to go to fine detail one. So this is for my Mod Podge group, and the handles are very bright. But I got to say, I do like... There we go. I do like these brushes. They're holding up really well, and I'm not nice to brushes. It's official. Shoes and brushes, I beat up to no end. Okay, so what I'm going to do... I'm still debating his arms, because at some point it looks like these are sleeves. I think these are sleeves. So I'm going to start putting the wash where the robes are. Ooh, let's see. Nicholas is sharing an illithid encounter. It was transported to modern... Oh, and comes down with a case of mental consumption of local pop culture. Oh, Nicholas, that's a good one. Yeah, I think these are his sleeves. So that might be something of the gauntlet. So I'm going to start putting this wash on. And we're going to put it in frame. I'm just going to let it cover these areas. And the plan is... Okay, no, I think that's part of his hand now. There we go. The plan is I'm going to do probably a couple layers of these washes as they dry. And then go in with the liquid... No, here we go. The liquid talent, Nuln oil as well, just to give the dark and dingy look to things. The armor is going to be getting paint for sure. For sure. Simply because I don't have metal washes. Yeah, some people put their washes in, well, the eyedropper stuff. Hello, Zombie Day. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, yeah, you can put these into eyedropper things if you so choose. Because my husband printed out these bases for me, I don't have problems with them. Hello, Topher. Jeez Louise. Hello, Topher. Thanks for joining. So, yep, just getting this wash going. Ha 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 ha. I love this Anthonian. It's a great dingy green. It really is. I love how it's just jumping right into the folds and everything. And obviously, since this is a wash, we need to move it around a little bit to prevent pooling. But like I said, I thought it'd be fun to kind of play around with doing this with washes as opposed to just doing the paints and see what we get. Because, you know, changing it up, why not? I also haven't had a chance to just really do a fun craft where I'm purely experimenting and playing around. And I'm jonesing for that right now, so I thought let's do this with the mini. Let's play around and see what happens with it. And I do need to get... Yeah, I do need to get right here. And that's about where we started. Just make sure the front part's going to be fun. Big pen can be thin with acetone. No. I believe acetone pulls up the Bic pen no problem because if I'm remembering correctly. Test your Bic pen on something and put acetone over it. I have a feeling it pulls it up. My dad actually used to sell acetone stuff. Oh, Topher, you can find these on Thingiverse. Just type in Citadel bottle holder. And there's a whole bunch of options. I personally prefer using this star-shaped one move my hand. I prefer this because it is super stable, like ridiculously so because of those points. So that's the one I would recommend if you have a 3D printer doing that file. But yeah, we just got it off of Thingiverse and it worked out pretty darn well. Okay, I think I have the green everywhere I want it to go. I'm actually going to treat here and here sort of as bracers. Let's see what Jan is up to. Multitasking, making wood walls, making the wood grain, brushing the, oh yes, wood details are always fun. Always fun. Will be cool to see what you get. Yeah, they have so many different versions to check out. That's probably a little loud. My apologies. All right, so I'm gonna let this wash dry, and I don't want to go onto a different wash. So what I'm gonna do is move over to the armor, and I know for the armor, I wanted to have fun. This is where craft paint's coming in. So I'm gonna be using the antique copper again because I liked that whole undertone of the coppers and the greens together. I thought that would be a fun, fun thing to use. This bottle does not want to open. There we go. Oh, that's why. A little glob of paint in the way, and it dried. What time is it? Oh, we're on the half. Hooray. So yes, I'm moving over to the antique copper from Folk Art, a Plaid product. Oh, they sent me something cool. Speaking of Plaid, Plaid sent me this this paint. So it looks like lead on stained glass windows, and then they sent me some paint to like sort of fill in between. So there is absolutely going to be, I have this idea that I want to try out. There's absolutely going to be a stained glass window tutorial on my end coming at some point this summer, because I literally had to hide, well, not hide the stuff, but I had to tuck it far away. So I didn't jump in and start doing that because I still have a couple things going on with the terrain for BB's place for the castle. So I wanted to do it, but I couldn't. Okay, so here I'm going to move in, and I'm just going to try to find a good angle for everyone involved. Just going to start getting the armor. I might jump down to a smaller brush. We shall see. I'm winging it. Let's get the shoulders. And again, I'm going in very thin coat because I don't want to blur out the highlighting work that we just did. I say we because I'm chatting with you guys, so you're sort of witness to it. You guys and gals, you folks. That. Let me see here. I have to pack the bag. This is the funny thing. The dragons that I'm bringing, that WizKids was great. They sent me 25 young blue dragons. Luckily not the ones in the mispackaging. But I am literally going to have a suitcase that is filled with all these dragons. And paint supplies, because Plaid sent me the paint for it. So I'm going to do a fun little painting class for Castle Day, which is something they started doing sort of for the changeover between, because we're round one at Caverswell. And then another fantastic group of DMs is coming in for that weekend. So we have sort of this... let me just throw this at you. We have this overlap day, so they're doing a castle day where people are doing fun things to entertain each other, like the DMs, as well as any guests who are carrying through, because some people are actually staying for both rounds, which, hey, that's pretty wicked cool. Yeah, it's fun getting these things from Plaid because it helps kind of get you thinking about different stuff. But you'll definitely see my take on using those here on my channel. Still going with the armor. Yep. Right, let me get a paintbrush. There's a little bit of puddling with this that I want to pull up. There we go. I'm just going to go back over here. Can you even see that? Let me turn that a little bit so I can actually get to where I want it to be. Back to the other side now. Turn them upside down. Upside down time. Yeah, I was looking at my video list and I have like 203 videos now. Which I'm like, I do? That was a pretty funny discovery. So I have over 200 videos. Yay! It was just one of those like, oh, okay, well, that's nice to know. And then let's see, for BBs, I still have a couple more things left to do. I made menus because there are menus. So I made up some menus as just some fun handouts for the players. And I also I need my outdoor map finished up in case any of them decide they want to go out into the bayou zone of BBs. That's a little bit too much right there. Yoink. Get these shoulder straps here. Yep. But this is a fun guy. Oh, don't never apologize for a long post. I always enjoy reading. Plastic brag tags make great axe heads. Spear points for luck. Ooh, that's a cool idea. Clever. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of reusing vegetable and fruit containers for plastics. For plastics. For like clear plastics. Clarify. Let's get our adjective in there. Just because I know a lot of people like to use the blister packs because yes, it has the fun, easy to get there, but not everyone's a mini painter who does terrain. So I like to recommend the fruits and veggies because those are pretty darn accessible. And then it's like, reduce, reuse, recycle stuff. So that's definitely going to be part of the plan for these stained glass windows, but I'm going to do this. I want to try this technique I learned in one of my college art classes that I think would be a fun way to do this. So we'll see what happens with them. Now, again, I know I'm putting a layer of Nuln on top of him, so this isn't going to be so pretty brass penny looking. It's going to get muted down. Wow, you guys just chat a lot. Hold on. I'm glad to say. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's good to know. All of them. That's impressive. Oh, that's the other thing I discovered. Facebook threw something new at me. There's like fans, like top 5 fans each week. So that's been fun to see that crop up. It's like, hey, these are your top 5 fans for this week. And I did share a screenshot of that on the Facebook page, not the group. There's actually 2 things on Facebook for me. There's a page, which is just me. And then there's a group, which is a lot of people. I think we're over 900 something now. And I kind of like that because it's a smaller group, so it's a little bit more intimate. All right, so I'm going to take my personal interpretation. I'm actually going to put this here so it looks... Yeah, I want to do this. This I want to do. So I'm going to put some up here. So once I'm done painting him, I'm basically going back upstairs and putting my outdoor game mat on lots of chipboard. Because I kind of made it so it's more modular. You can shift it around to kind of change around how things look. Come here, you. All right, I have an awkward angle. Let me see if I can... Oh, there we go. Am I in frame? I'm in frame. Cool. This one had a big mold line on it that was such a bugaboo to get rid of. Alright, give me just a couple little more spots that I missed on that side. Now that I have them tipped over, that helps. We get this hand. Oop, this hand. that one. Keep it in frame, V. That helps. Here we go. Round and around we go. Oh, hello, kitty. Oh, it's Rory. The little one has like this stool underneath my workbench, and this has been our compromise. She has this little stool underneath so she can actually cuddle up and like rub her head on my knees and everything. And then she leaves my minis alone. She has been the worst little mini thief. I mean, we're laughing about it because it's funny, but she likes her minis. She doesn't touch the painted ones, though. It's the white ones that she'll go for. Almost done with this arm. There we go. Yeah, I like that look. I think that's all the metal on him. He's metal, man. Alright, cool. So the green is still drying, which is fine because, you know, it's a wash. It's a wash, folks. That's it. It's a wash. Now I'm going to work on the skin tone. And this is the one where I'm going to play around. Where did I put it? Here we go. This guy. Carroburg Crimson, which has a cooler red to it. Hiccup, pardon me. So I'm going to try that for his skin tone. And we'll see where we go with this one. You know, it's funny. Normally when I do washes like this, I'll turn on my little heater over there and like pop them in front. Helps them dry faster. Little tip. But don't get it too close because you might accidentally have your mini morph on you. We've had that a couple times where it was really more the 3D prints that did it. A couple things have kind of gone like, you know, arms up to like, they look exhausted. Iron squid. Yeah, this is a fun sculpt. So I'm going to put this, what was it? Carroburg Crimson. I don't know. This is the one I always forget its name, and I feel terrible that I do, but I always do. So I'm going to apply this on and see if it's an intensive enough color. Like I said, this is my experimenting. There are sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. That's a happening. That's a happening. Here we go. Oh, I do like that. Okay. Very happy with this. Ooh, look at that. So I'm just going to gently move this around where I want it to be. But yeah, that was a fun way to do it. What a creepy face you've got there, sir. And as always with washes, just go back over and kind of, especially around faces, pick up where it's puddling. Because I find that can be a pain in the, well, you know. Anyone here play epic level D&D? If so, what is your level character? Not water. Waster Warboss is asking. If anyone has anything to do with those particulars, quite frankly. Alright, now I'm just trying to get under. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the hands. I'm still debating. I don't know how I want to do this one. I don't know how I want to do this part. The ruff, the collar, whatever I want to call this thing. Do I want to make it green? Do I want to make it straight up? I might do black. Actually, I think I'm going to do black. Just for see, I almost knocked that over my standout. Just to kind of add a little bit more to him. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But here's his face with just the wash. Which I don't think I'm going to have to do too much more to him besides if I might bring that teal in by doing some dry brushing with a teal colored paint. Because again, for those of you who are jumping in, I have this reference photo I'm kind of playing and riffing off of. So we'll see. You know, let's just goof around. Thank you, Killamore. I appreciate that. These guys are fun to do, for sure. I'm a monster girl. I love painting up the monsters. Don't get me wrong. PCs and NPCs are also a lot of fun. I need to bring that up higher on the copper. That's easy enough to fix. I thought that was part of his wrist. Sorry, just getting into better focus here. both mini-wise and mentally. So, you know, get this all fixed. But I don't know, I get a kick out of working on the baddies, I guess. I think because it's also exciting because you sort of start thinking about, well, how are they going to be used? What are they going to do? Etc., etc., etc. But yeah, I do like how this is coloring. You're getting the glare because it's still damp. But there you go. Well, I'm not sure. Well, I think this is a more recent release. This is something WizKids do. I mean, they're everywhere, let's face it. So this is, when did they do this one? 2017. So there we go with that. So I don't know if he's specifically for 3.5. That's where I started. I started on 3.5 with my gnome druid, Gwendolyn Lightfoot. She was fun to play. But oh boy, sometimes like jumping between having done 3.5 and then jumping into 5, just some of those subtle differences, like, oh wait, you can what now or you can't what now? That's been a fun did I misremember type thing. Hey, as long as the story's fun and people are enjoying themselves, right? That is the tantamount part of it. I'm just finishing up getting this hand. Monsters are always fun. The bad stuff they will do. Great minds. There we go. We had a great minds moment and didn't even realize it. Because, you know, there's always a slight delay with this stuff. I think that takes care of... Yeah, the skin. That actually worked out pretty well. I just need to go and fix the one spot where I need to add a little bit more of that copper. Close my wash. And then I'm going to work on the staff next. And then we'll go back to... I beg your pardon. The stairs are right here. And that was a 5-pound cat, believe it or not. She cracks me up. She's just like, whoa. Super energetic baby girl. That's really what it boils down to. I'm just going to go through here and add more of the copper up here. Yeah, that's better. I definitely didn't bring that up high enough. Let's see here. Started with your half-elf fighter magic user. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, what was everyone's first PC? That'd be fun to hear. So I had Gwendolyn. Oh, and she had a companion. She had a animal companion. His name was Panther. Kids named him. Guess what it was? Panther. But that was a lot of fun to play with. To have that going in 3.5. Really enjoyed that. And then we had a half-orc barbarian. Very cool. I play a half-orc barbarian as well, but in the dark matter module. So it's like a spacey thing. It's like all the cool spacey stuff got put together, which is really a lot of fun. Okay, so we got him going now. I need to do the collar. The collar and the staff are up next. Very happy with how the skin tone... I'm super happy with how the skin tone work. I may even just stop with the one layer as it's drying and the gloss of it is fading off. Not bad. I did something like this for someone who commissioned a doppelganger from me. And skin tone, especially gray skin tone, is very tricky. So I did this and then I just did the Nuln oil wash. I did 2 washes of it. Very pleased with how that one came out. So it's something I'm keeping in mind for when I'm doing skin tones. Black. Let me get black. I'm actually going to go for this. This is my black from the Vallejo color line. But it's sort of a glaze level of thinness. So I'm going to use this on the collar. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Dwarf fighter called Dunbros back in AD&D. Awesome. That's so cool. I loved it when my husband was DMing the family campaign for us. Oh, so hello, Jake! I loved it when my husband was DMing the new campaign that we did. He actually incorporated Gwendolyn into the storyline, and I'm sitting there playing my Teresia, who is a wood elf ranger. Oh, she kicks ass. I love her. And like he's talking about this old lady gnome who comes up and she has these panther cubs around her and da-da-da-da. And I legit started crying because it was like I missed her, which I thought was kind of interesting to discover. It's like I really missed my Gwendolyn. So it was fun to see her back in a game and having her played out. And she actually is, you know, one of the bigger supporters to help out our group. So we have chances to interact with her more, and I'm just kind of like, this is amazing. And then to have my current PC interact with her, one of my other PC, it was just, it was such a neat experience. If you want to have fun with your players and you've been with them a long time, bring back their old PCs and have them interact with the new ones, because it's just such a cool feeling. Just getting this collar here. Turn him upside down. And then, Jake, you got very chatty. PC was a battle mage in 2E. Harkonnen. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Oh, really cool. And a gnome thief wizard named Wilbur Wrong created an airplane from a dragon select. Guys, this is really cool to read. Okay, that is so much fun. And then we have a zombie? A priest that's... Oh, no, I read that wrong. I'm like, how are you playing a zombie? A priest. A war priest that summoned a zombie. Oh, funny. A gnome ranger. Okay, thank you, John. Be safe. Hopefully I can catch you on the later flip side type of thing. And have fun with those cute grandkiddos. Those pictures were awesome. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Alright, so basically just, I stopped painting and I've been reading about who your first PCs were. Let me finish this collar area. Oh god, but no, this is the type of stuff that really I love hearing and sharing with people. I truly do. There was one live stream I did a while back, and people just started talking about their old campaigns and the games they did and all this stuff, and you could tell everyone was getting so into it. It was just, I sat back and I listened because they're talking about games that I'm not going to reveal my age technically, but I wasn't here exactly for the first publications, put it that way. So it was fun to hear them talking about that. Bye, Jake. Have a good week. All right, so that takes care of the cola. And now I'm going to do the staff. The staff, I'm going to use Smokey ink. And then the magic, I thought it'd be fun because he has the copper, play off the copper, and I'm going to do the Cassandora yellow wash for that. Oh, that's really... It's so cool to see what's going on with you guys. Zombies and people... Hi! Me! Okay, let me clarify this. It's not that I hate zombies, but like movies... I need to shift to my chair. Movies that have zombies in them, I am a this. Like Game of Thrones, The Night Walk. Oh my god, I was this. I watched that one episode like this almost the whole time. You know which one I'm talking about. It's just something about them just totally creeped me out. However, and this is the funny thing, however, I'm okay with them in D&D because it's not like you're seeing the physical representation, I guess. Like the minis, it's a mini. Oops. It's a mini, whatever. But I gotta stop talking with my hands. But yeah. That's my like, nope. That's my level of nope. Zombies on TV? Nope, 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 nope. Like that octopus meme. Nope, 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 nope. Just go away. Halfling necromancer that creates zombie forest animals. Okay, so Jan and Mike, you guys need to get together and work on your casting zombies and all that fun stuff. Oh my gosh. Then you'll really be well liked. Jody, you're never late, Jody. It's totally okay. I'm just glad you jump in to say hi. It's good to see you pop in. And I kind of expected with this being on a shifted day, it might affect who can attend. But like I said, I leave on Saturday. And I realized Wednesday is going to be very interesting. I was initially planning on going to my son's end of the year party. However, there's a flu outbreak at the school right now. So I'm thinking, no, I'm not going because I don't want to risk it. Simply, it's like I went to the school and I got sick and I have to leave 2 days later. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want to do that. Don't like that. Not going to do that. Oh, more people. Let's see. Armless goblin monk named Bunyan? How did that work? I'm like, genuinely, how did you work that? That's an interesting one. You must have hated... I have not even watched World War Z. Nope. That's a nope. Oh. See, these are fun stories that you guys are so much fun to chat with. I actually do go back when I have time. Clarifier right now. I do have fun going back and watching this live stream stuff over again, but I'll watch the chat. And I know sometimes I miss a couple of comments. So I think, Carrie, wasn't it you? You had mentioned how you did this shadowing technique and it really worked out well for you. I'm very happy that was the case. If it wasn't you, whoever that was, I missed your comment, saw it on the last one. Really pleased to hear it worked out for you. Honestly and truly. Okay, so this is Smokey ink on the staff. And again, my Smokey ink kind of acts more like a glaze consistency-wise, and it's not that it hasn't been shaken enough. That sucker has been shaken up. All right, so that takes care of the staff, and now I'm going to do Le Magique. Oh, he's looking funky. I like it. I like it a lot. This is making me happy. See, I like it when I play around. I can just do oddball things and see how it all works. There it is. I'm looking for my wash. Where did it go? So, I'm trying so hard not to have this. This is the one that goes all the time, so I'm trying so hard to have it open. Okay, other group I play with, a Moon Elf Druid, and I love that. Oh, neat! Yeah, I have a good number of PCs right now under my belt, and truly my favorite to play right now is Nadi, and it's a Cypher System game. But she's emerging and some cool things are coming out about her, so I'm enjoying that thoroughly. The DM's doing a great job with backstory and it's just so neat what Alice does. She's got one of those brains. I'm just like, lady, you cool. Oh, this is the song I want to delete. I forgot the air horn song. I meant to delete that one. Oh well, I'll go back to that after this one. I'm going to skip. How's that? We'll skip this guy because that is... I don't want to do that. We're going to go to Time Illusionist. There we go. Let's do that. That's far better. First time here on the live stream, but honestly, I really like it here. Well, welcome. I'm glad to hear that. I really like these live streams because I feel like it gives us all a chance to connect. I'll get comments and I'll get messages and wonderful things like that from the community who follow me. But I like getting this back and forth interaction too. So that's why. Hey, Jan, can you drop our Discord link in, please? Jan's very active over on the Discord as well. Do the one for... Well, yeah, just drop in the general server because it's got it set up anyways. But if you're on Discord and you want to jump in and say hi and chat back and forth, definitely join there. The Facebook group is there as well, and we do get some people commenting. I think Facebook has just gotten a lot more... tumbleweed mode. A lot of people I know have stepped away from it. But that's another way to kind of get a chance to chat back and forth with each other, which I very much appreciate. Okay, so I put the yellow on here because I kind of wanted to have like a flame-esque type look. I think we need to do a second round with that as well. Let me just pull up the puddles. Don't want so much of the puddles there. So this is going to get a second round, and I think I'm going to move back to doing one more round on here. Very happy with the skin tone. One coat. That's all I'm doing. I'm very happy with how the skin tone came out. I'm only doing the one coat with the... Oh, I always forget. What's your name? What's your name? Carroburg Crimson. What's your name? Oh, God. Let's see. Oh, we got more stuff going on here. My rule is, as DM, if it's fair and the... I'm very much... Like, I love I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when my players ask me if they can try something. And it might sort of twist it away from raw, which I'm not a rules as written girl anyways. But they come up with these great ideas. So I am all for them. Like, you know what? Roll the dice and let's see what happens. I let the dice jump in and tell that part of the story. If the dice are in their favor, then I absolutely let them try that out and we work with that. And it has been so much fun being able to do that because, you know, it encourages the creativity of your players. Kind of helps you out too as the DM because you get some different ideas going. And we've had some fun things happen as a result. So I'm definitely a rule of cool, if it makes sense. Newest character is a small hawk and monk. He's so cute and deadly. Oh, I love it. I love that. So much fun. Cantriel is another fun. Well, Jake just left. Shoot. Cantriel is hysterically fun to play because she is just snarky, salty, sarcastic bard. But she's not like your typical bard who falls in love with everything and everyone. She's very much just like, no, I'm going to do it myself. Leave me alone. So I have fun with that. All right, so I'm doing a second layer of the Anthonian on him. And like I said, he's going to get one last coat of Nuln oil on everything but the flame and the skin tones. Those are not going to get touched. I'm beyond happy with how those came out. So here we're going in with a second layer, which is definitely building up the dinginess, which is good to see. Two-bladed sword monk. Let's see. Oh, a bronze dragon. Turned out great. Oh, wonderful. It can play with 3D prints, Carrie. You just have to prime them differently. If you want to use this with well, first of all, what are you using? Are you using PLA? Are you using resin? If you let me know what you're using, I can tell you how to work your primer to use the same technique and not have all the lines playing up on you. Because we do PLA. That's what our printer has. Oh yeah, this is the one thing. It's like, stop being so shiny. Once the shine dies down, you'll see where this is going with the second round. And I'm really liking second round for sure. Get in there. Get on that arm. But yeah, there are little tricks I'll do. And people have seen me do it on my streams where a lot of it has to do with how you're priming them up. Because sometimes you can fill in the striations without losing the details. I have a couple little tricks to that have become my go-tos for sure. And I love doing it. A little bit more on there. A little bit more on hither and thither. Oh, that staff's going to look really cool once we get the oil on him. The Nuln, not oil. I also made sure we went into the mini stash we have, and for the players for my one-shot game, just in case like they don't have miniatures for... Quite frankly, I gave free reign on it. And it's like, look, just create a PC that you've always wanted to try. If there's a class, if there's a race, BB's is the place to give it a whirl, quite frankly. So I figured I'll just grab some basic minis, so in case anyone needs to borrow one, we have that. So I got the 12 classes covered, and I grabbed a couple of the more unique races. It's kind of the best I can do. I can't bring everything I have, but I'm hoping that will at least do the trick. Okay, I'm very happy with the second layer on him. So his green was a second layer, for sure. And I want that to dry. Sorry. Oh man, that really worked for the skin though. I am so happy with that one. Happy discovery! Yay! Close you. You are done. Let me see here. I do want to get the eyes. Peekaboo, I see you. I think I'm going to do one more coat of the collar is what I'm looking at. Let me get one more round on the collar itself, because I do want this to be a little bit deeper. Ghost Gray was the last. Yes, it went in the order of Somber, Stonewall, Ghost, all from the Vallejo line. If you have craft paints from Apple Barrel or Craft Smart, I do graphite. What is it? Graphite, dark gray, I believe, and then granite gray for those. And that's what I'll do. That's actually what I do with my 3D prints. For more often than not, I'll jump over the craft paints to do that. It's hard to show what I'm painting sometimes because he's got some funky angles. All right, that gives his collar a little bit more. Yeah. That gets the collar more to where I want it to be. Huzzah. All right, so I'm going to leave the collar alone because I like it now. Let me get to the eyes. Random question. Does anyone else here play in their own games? Oh, so like DM and then also have your own PC? I know people who do that. Actually, my son does that. When he goes to DM a game, he also creates a character to play while he DMs, which I thought was pretty cool. Thank you so much for jumping in, Brian. Have fun. I need a sip. Hold on. Hubs came home with my flat of seltzer water. That's just my go-to type of water. I drink more water that way. Don't know why. And one of the bottles got a little too agitated. And that's the one because it's more flat. I took a sip of I'm like, oh, this is the one that was leaking. So, all right, let me go back to the reference pick. And, okay, yeah. Now I remember what I wanted to do with those. Yeah, definitely, I do like the sculpts of these mine. I mean, talking about hands, this guy's pretty cool, but holy jamoly, look at the other guy's hand. Oh, I saw that one, I was like, oh my god. But again, I wanted to play with the magic and the staff. That's why I went with this one. Patrons voted on my flayers. I picked this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is they kind of have like this eerie glow to their eyes. So what I'm going to do, and this again is... Did you roll away on me? I think one rolled away on me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to metallics to kind of get that. And I'm switching to my craft paints because the silvers in my Vallejo, they're not quite as deep as I want them. So I'm going to use Gunmetal Gray to start the eye. And then I'm going to go in on top and, ooh, there we go. And put in this taupe metallic. This is actually a new one. I have to open it up. Plaid just sent it to me a little while ago and I haven't had a chance to use it. Clearly. But it's eye time. Oh, and it's a little after 1. So this is probably going to go until about 1:30 today. I want to make sure I get this guy finito. That way, it's a nice way to end the stream because I do have to take that. It's probably a 2-week break. I hate to say it. I don't like to say it. I'll miss you guys, but it'll be a 2-week break between this stream and when I go about doing the next stream. But I'll show you the guy that you wanted me to start painting. He'll be a lot of fun. He might be get him started, put him to the side, paint another one, blow out the other one again. Was it warped out of shape much when you bought it? Okay, that's a very good question, Liz. When they sent these to me, and I just got them out of the package. Let me see if I can show you with this guy. And actually, this is good so the washes can dry a little bit more. There are like mold lines around the arms that you have to clean off. I had to clean off, like this one has them. So there's some mold lines. The one I'm working on now, yes, the staff I absolutely had to reshape. So I just went straight for the boiling hot, like literally boiling hot water poured into a heat safe bowl, plopped them in. It straightened itself out right quick, kept it in there for a little bit extra time, and then immediately shifted it to a very ice cold water while I held the staff straight. So that did need some manipulation. This guy has not been manipulated in any way, shape, or form. Nor would I. I think I just, with him, it's more cleaning up a couple of the mold lines. So that's my feedback on when you take them fresh out of package. They aren't ready to paint fresh out of package because of just that little bit of the mold line showing through. What am I doing? I'm doing the eyes. Ow, ow, ow. Where's my eye brush? Oh, you are my eye brush. Okay, so this is like a cheap pack you can get from Walmart. Do I have a second one? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this is a cheap pack I got. Let me get the glare off. They don't have numbers. They don't have anything. They have these great chiseled tip ends, but the kids got me for this for Mother's Day. I have been liking these a lot. Like those have been I'll grab you. And I keep one to the side for eyes. All right, thank you, Waster Warboss. I really appreciate you jumping in, and hopefully you can join us another live stream time. Yes, the primer holds up perfectly. Lewis, yes, the primer holds up no problem. I haven't had it flake off or anything at all like that. It has been very, very much my reliable method, and I find it's the one that really keeps the minis back in form. Like some of them, sometimes like, yeah, hairdryer or heat gun, but I find after a while they start zooming back to their original when I do the boiling water. I don't have that problem. Unless it's been like really stored in an awkward position for a very long time, then it might be a couple rounds of doing it. All right, right now I'm just using my nail to pull off extra paint. I need to stop talking so I can actually get the eye. Okay, so there's one eye. We get that gunmetal in. I'm going to turn him upside down, just so it's easier for me to reach the sky. Same thing. I get a little bit more. No, I pulled it from the cap. That's why it's not on the plate. Okay, get a little bit more of this gunmetal. And just fill in the eye socket with that. So now, trying to find a good angle here. There you go. You can see you got those, the shimmer of the gunmetal to the eyes, and then I'm going to just do one more thing to the eyes to really play around with that. This is definitely drying nicely. Okay, rinse my eye brush. Let's see, Hero Forge says it's acrylic plastic coated with gray primer. Oh! Oh, okay, yep. I have worked with Hero Forge minis where they've sent it acrylic plastic primed, and I personally did find that there were issues with that. I had to do a lot of hiding of those striations on the two minis I had. So, hindsight, I would go back in and actually just do another layer of just the Vallejo primer, because once I started getting more of the colors onto those miniatures, those striations faded back. But I did notice that with the Hero Forge minis, which I was not too thrilled about because it was great sculpt, but then when you got the paint on, you're like, yeah, but you can really tell this was 3D printed. That's really my one criticism with the Hero Forge one. So, Carrie, that's what I would do. Do another round of another good primer, and then that should hopefully help cut down on the striation factor, theoretically. Oh my gosh, I love my thumb palette. I was joking with, who was I joking with about nails? One of my friends got their nails done. They looked gorgeous. And I joked around. I'm like, I can never do my nails because I'm always doing this. I'd get a manicure and be like, it's gone the next day. So, all right. Have those had a chance to dry? Yeah, I think those are ready. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. Ooh, my paintbrush handles matches my shirt. I'm going to go in with a taupe. Taupe. I'm just going to take the cap off itself. And then I'm just going to use that to sort of give it pupils. I did rinse this, but hello, Vincent. Well, you're not entirely late. We still have a little bit more to go here, but here he is. So far, I've been playing around with doing washes on him after doing the shadow treatment that I like to do. Quite frankly, I have a feeling that's going to be my thing because I love how the details come out. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just to give him the major extra creep factor. You should get a tiny... Lewis, that's a fun idea. Oh my gosh, that's a fun idea. But my hands get washed so much. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking that taupe. Oh, the camera's not picking it up. I'm just taking the taupe and I'm putting it over the gunmetal gray, so you kind of get this outline of the darker gray, and then you get the taupe. on top. So it gives the eyes a little bit of depth that way. But, I don't know, is that picking... Yeah, that's kind of picking up what's happening. See? Makes it that much more creepy. Rah. And there we go. So they've both gotten that taupe over the gunmetal, which now really makes those eyes far more visible. I always do it. I know. I have desperately tried to break that habit, but it gets the paintbrush in the shape I need it to be. That's honestly why I do what I do. Because it just works better that way. I did find an article that said that miniature painters who do that won't die. That was really the summation of it. It was hysterical. So let's see how he's looking here. We have the eyes done. We have everything painted up. This is looking dry. I want to do just maybe... I might go in and bring in an orange and actually paint in some orange where the darker tones are. Add that in. And then going to give the robe and the staff, just those, the Nuln oil treatment. No, that's my eye brush. I don't want to use that for that. You're precious. Let's put you right there and keep you safe. I did notice there's a little puddle happening here, which is why I'm going back for a brush. That's better. Okay, so pulling that up. Yeah, I do want to... I like how everyone's supporting my habit of licking a brush. I've been doing this with paintbrushes for decades now. It's a hard habit to break. I'm going to get the hot orange, I believe is what it's called. No, orange fire. Orange fire is what I'm grabbing. So I'm going to take orange fire. I'm just going to lightly dance in just a little bit. Just some touches of oranges for that spell. If it'll come out of the bottle. There we go. There we go. So this guy. Say hi. Say hi to orange fire. Doodly doodly doo. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. It's a thing. I know. You stop. Oh, okay. All right, so I guess I'll just keep at it. So what I'm going to do with this not hot orange, fire orange, I'm going to put it in where it's a little bit darker. See? Just to kind of get a little bit more... What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, your girl's mind is running way too fast right now. This is me stressed and trying to think of everything at the same time. Depth. Depth and definition. That was the word I was looking for. Okay. Yeah, definitely want to go through and do that through here. So where all the darker areas are is where I'm going in with this orange. Because I'm liking how that's playing off the yellow wash. Oh God, waves high to orange fire. You don't always have to take me literally. Especially if it's detrimental to your health. But like I said, there was an article saying it's okay to lick your brushes, painters. You know, it was a tantamount to like, don't drink the paint. Hello, Jeff. So I was laughing about that. Don't drink the paint. Well, I'm like, I'm not drink the paint. Can you see what I'm doing? You can see what I'm doing here. Spin this around a little bit. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's looking more like how I want it to. See? Sometimes you just have to shift and readjust your plan. Get in here. Doo-doo-doo. Kids have, after today, one more full day left of school, and then summer vacation kicks in for us. So that's going to be interesting. Get ready for live streams where I have to stop and like go and make sure they didn't kill each other. More so because they'll be like, we'll hear pitter patter of feet up ahead, up above our heads. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that a lot better. So this has more of that orange just danced through, just to give it some variation. So it's got that very spell-like effect. Oop, spot right there I want to get. See? Always spin your minis. Always. So I do want to get there. There we go. There if it goes. Actually, let me pull some of that back. Okay, I'm happier with that look. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not touching the skin after that. That is plenty for me, quite frankly. Let me just double check and see. Are we ready for the Nuln? He's looking pretty dry. You know what, to be safe, we'll give this a little bit more time, and I'm going to address this. This is just sort of like, you know, ground cover. It's nothing special. Your kids have been out for 2 weeks. Stay strong. Stay strong, sir. Ah, Vincent, thank you. Substitute coffee. Coffee light, as it were, yes. Yes, I am on Ko-Fi coffee, whatever you want to call this stuff. I think because I drink tea, I kind of call it Ko-Fi. It doesn't automatically notch as coffee for my brain. And let's see. What do I want to put around here? I want to go with another gray. I'll just, I'll put some cold gray on, I think. There's not much to the base. I'm just going to pop it on the black base too. So it's kind of like, meh. Not too, oh. Maybe I'll do that. You know what? Skip that thought. I'm going to go back to my Smokey ink and just put that around the base. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, try it out and see how it works. Like I said, the doppelganger, he definitely needed 2 coats of the Nuln. This guy only needed 1 of the, what's your name again? Carroburg. That's a Washu's name. I'm just like, psst. It won't stick. I think because I don't use it that often. It's rare that I'll grab it. So it doesn't stay in my head. But yeah, it was just the 1 coat for the Mind Flayer. And my Smokey ink is very thin. So if yours is more of a thicker consistency, thin it out a little. If you're trying to recreate what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm happy. That's what I want to do with the base. Because I'm all about the base, Hello, Last Laugh. How are you? Good to see you. Lovely to see you. All right, rinsing a brush. And then, yeah, this isn't dry yet, but I do have this fun. Again, Plaid sent this to me. I have fun with it, especially for spells and magic effects on miniatures. It's this dragonfly glaze. It's so fun. It's like really super duper. Oh, I can paint it on a nail. Hold on. I'm going to do a manicure. Let's do a quick manicure on V, shall we? So you can kind of see what this does. Or will it, because I'm so pale? It adds a really high gloss to things. And there is like the shimmery flecks of glitter, but it's very, very super fine glitter, which... Oh, it's not showing up on my nail. I thought it would. Hold on, I need something... Let's try it on the foam. Yeah, Smokey ink is awesome. I'm a huge fan of Smokey ink. Let me get some more of this. There we go. Okay, so it glosses things up a little bit. And then you have... Just it sort of shifts through pretty much a lot of different colors, but it has this fine, there we go. You get these fine flecks of glitter, so it looks like sparks of light when you put them onto your spell effects. Trying to get it so you can see these. There you go. You're getting some of that. So that's something I've started putting on top of my spell effects. It's been a lot of fun. Maybe I'll put some on my nail later. I don't know. Glazing windows too. Yeah, actually, this would be good for if you're like doing winter theme stuff and get a frosty look to your glass. You can definitely do that. Again, talking with the hands. It's my thing. So this is the full spectrum. There's another one that's gold to red. There's one that's purple to... Was it green to purple or purple to green? I have to remember. But yeah, they sent me 3 of these things. And I have found some fun uses for them. But right now, this is still... Well, maybe now that I'm not... I've been chattering for so long. Actually, yes, this is ready for painting. All right, so let me get this on that. And then we'll do our... Stop it. That was my phone. That was my phone. Don't know why. Hold on. I'm getting flagged for... Why am I getting a flag? Oh, my contacts are in. That's the problem. The school contacts us through text messaging. So whenever the text message goes off, I have to check it. Because I'm like, uh-oh, what if it's like the school saying something's going on? Da-da-da-da-da. There goes the voice. Okay. Take care, Jan. Thank you. I'll see you in the Discord. So right now I'm just putting this onto the spell. And again, it's going to give it a nice shiny, glossy look. And those flecks of glitter when you move it around in the light. Because they're small. They're not big flecks of glitter, but then it looks like sparks once everything's dried. So it's become a really fun thing to use. But I will say you have to work quickly and you can't keep going over the area. Coat and move on because it can pull the color up a little bit. That's really my only about it. So I've got that on my spell effect at the end of the staff. We're going to let that do its thing. Yeah, it's they sent it to me how long ago? I want to say a couple months ago. So I'm not sure. They are out. Yeah, I have seen people using them. So they are out, but it's one of those things they haven't been really used a whole bunch. But essentially, like, it's supposed to... This is after you do many layers. But that kind of gives you the idea of the shift that it has if you were to do a lot of back and forth on it. And obviously have a base color underneath. But they're fun. They're just kind of a neat way to change it up a little bit. Now, that being said... Yep, time for the Nuln. Where is that? That's over here. Because I do want his armor and his garb to be more dingy. I don't want it... Because, I mean, yes, this looks nice, but I wanted him darker. So we're going to do that. Let me just tuck away some of my washes. I think I need to get some to try out. Yeah, I believe they have them plaidonline.com. They have them for sale there. And Michael's or Walmart, at least in my area. I'm trying to think. Try there. Yeah, I always love getting new paints because of that. Okay, so here we go. Which brush was I using? There we go. Let me just quickly rinse this one off because I think that still has some of the Cassandora on it. Why, thank you, Vincent. Yeah, I'm happy with how he came out. That's not bad. An hour and a half for a mini. I'll take it. Priming him took 5 minutes, so hour and 35 minutes if we want to get technical. All right, here we go. I am avoiding the skin areas. I am also not going to do any more with the collar. I'm happy with the collar. But this is just to darken things up a little bit. Hold on here. Hopefully you're seeing this change. It is a change, and it's doing what I was hoping it would do to kind of darken it up. It's just that stupid wet glare. Obviously, he's going to have his picture done today. I will post his picture up on my usual haunts, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Instagram. I do like my Instagram for the mini stuff. And I'm putting this also on the base area where I had put that smoky ink. Did I get this side yet? I don't know. There we go. Ha-ha. Ha-ha, I say. Ha-ha. You're welcome. I love enabling. No, I do get excited when people are like, oh, I went to try them, and I'm like, fantastic, that's wonderful. I actually have I got a really cute email of a kiddo who I guess watched one of the live streams, and they painted up something, which was just like too precious for words. I love hearing kids are getting involved. And I love that parents are involving their children. That's one of my big platforms. Kids can do this stuff. Get them going. Let them have fun with it. Let them learn. And then people joke, oh, child labor. No, it's not child labor. It's that they really do get into it. And yeah, it may not be perfection, but after a while they get the idea. So it's fun to see how they develop as little artists too. I think I got everything for the body. Just pull a couple puddles up. Nuln oil helps hide my paint boo-boos too. See, this is more or less to hide the boo-boos so much as it is to give a dingier tone. Because I just wanted it darker than what the washes are doing. And here we go on to... Oh, perfect for the staff. That's what I want to see. Put some on the staff here. Keeping it away from the spell effect. But that gives him the final look. I'm not expensive. I'm worth it. No, I like recommending things because I know for people sometimes it's intimidating to figure out, well, what am I supposed to get? How am I supposed to get? What should I do? La da 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 da. And I'm also one of those people where I'm not going to recommend something if I don't like it. I'm very upfront about that when I get people asking if I'll do things for them. Will you do a preview or whatever on their product? I'm like, I will, but keep in mind I'm going to be honest because my community is important to me and I want them to be able to trust that what I am saying I like and use is worth purchasing on your end if you so choose. Oh, and don't forget, I have that Amazon affiliate link. It's over on my website, thecraftingmuse.com. So if you want to start pulling stuff from Amazon and you go from that link on my website, you'll be giving me a little commission boost. It doesn't cost you more. It's just sort of like Amazon's like, hey, yay, thanks, you advertised. Here's some extra money. Woo! So if you want to use that option, that would be cool. Hold on. I had a... Uh-oh. Oh, well. I lost my cap from my eyeball one. So yeah, that pretty much takes care of our guy. He needs to dry a little bit more. I'm going to play with the... There we go. So he needs to dry a little bit more. Here we go. I just want to get rid of the clutter. So he'll dry with this Nuln oil. Again, the skin I've left, look at that. I'm not doing anything further beyond that for that skin tone because I've got the shadows and everything I wanted. But he has, I like this. This was fun. I'm definitely going to do this again. So yeah, this is my working with the shadow undertone coatings that I do, and then just a couple washes, bringing in paints where needed. And ta-da, he is ta-done. Obviously, I will put him once he's dry onto my black base, but that's it for him. He's going to get his glamour shots probably within the hour. So, huzzah. Yeah, I haven't gotten the UK one set up yet. We'll see if I can. That's one of those... I have a long to-do list. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that being said, I will make sure at the end of this, I'm going to type in all the paints that I used so that you can go back and recreate. This is the last live stream before summer kicks into gear. I will be at the castle next week, so take care, everyone. I'm going to be on a 2-week hiatus because of that. And I hope you have a wonderful time. Keep an eye out for those stories I'm going to try working on with YouTube as well, since the channel got that. Fantastic chat as always. Thank you everyone for showing up on a Monday, even though we usually do these on a Wednesday. And I truly hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you all on the flip side. So take care, everyone, and bye.